Neil, you asked for a positive reaction following last week. You certainly got one.
I did, yeah. I'm disappointed not to have won the game, and really disappointed that we found ourselves 2-0 down at in a period that, up until then we were the better team and looked the livelier and made their goalkeeper make a couple of great saves. So there's a little bit of naivety still there. At times we left ourselves a little bit open. I thought the first goal was just a basic mistake, so you have to accept that sometimes from a goalkeeper who's been absolutely superb for me, and he made a great save second half. But the character of the team showed, and that's something that gets labelled at them that they don't have. Danzy's got us back in the game quickly, and we fought for everything today and got what they deserved. And for Gary Medine to score a wonderful goal is very, very pleasing. Very pleasing.
Yeah, you mentioned Neil Dan's goal there on the stroke of half time. It's reward for him. He's been playing well recently.
He's been excellent. He's the best at getting the ball back for us, and I know we all know his limitations at times, but again, as a player who is giving us everything, and the goal is symptomatic of his play. He's tigerish in the tackle and finished off a great shot, and that gave us life. I wouldn't say we were dead and buried by any means, but it gave us a real shot in the arm, and something that it was the least we deserved coming in half time.
2-0 down against the lead as though you showed the word character you've just mentioned there, but that must give you a lot of confidence moving forward. You've got the players within this group that can really take you up the league. Yeah,
there's times when you come away last week, you're doubting yourself and you're doubting have they got the right mentality, and then you see it out there in abundance today, and it drives you mental, Phil, honestly, because they've got it. They're not. I keep saying it, but they're not that far away from being a very good team in this division, and they're trying to play the right way. They're honest. We've got to stop the basic mistakes, because we're sometimes the architects of our own downfall. But we've dug out a brilliant result in the end. I wouldn't say it feels like a win, but it feels like certainly a well-deserved point. And the fans appreciate it. And I know there'll be a bit of frustration at not winning the game, but the signs are there that there's plenty of life in this team.
On top of a wholehearted display, Gary Medine finally got his goal, and I thought again another great performance, and that hopefully now will give him a lift.
I'm glad you said that, because up until a couple of weeks ago he was playing brilliantly and not getting the goals that he deserved. And again, the goalie's made a great save. His first touch got him away, and the keeper's made a great save with his legs. But his header's fantastic, and he's got that. He's rose beautiful early and planted a great header. And you're right, it's the least he deserved. I thought him and Clayton played very well together, and having Max back is obviously a bonus for us as well now.
And for Gary as well, I think when he did do well here this afternoon, some of his lay-off play was outstanding, but the fans really reacted to that in a positive way.
Yeah, and they will do. If you're giving everything for the team and you're giving the hard work, and that's all we're asking from him, because he's got the talent, and he's shown it all today, and he's kept it off with a fine goal. So he should go home tonight pretty happy with himself.
Saying in the commentary before about Max, 83 minutes and he was still running around fresh as a daisy. Incredible, whether it's adrenaline, fitness, whatever it was a tremendous performance by him today.
Yeah, we took a gamble to start him, but I thought for the opening 20 minutes until the first goal went in, we were in the ascendancy, and a lot came through him, and he looked bright, and he looked he's looked healthy and strong. He looks stronger now, having that time away in the gym. Look, it's been a difficult period for him, but for him to be back out on the pitch today, I'm sure it meant a lot to him, and you could see that in his performance.
Francesco Pisano, how do you feel he did on his debut?
Really good, solid. We'll get better, just acclimatising to the game. It's a hell of a baptism for him, but I'm sure he enjoyed it. And it was very, very rare. You stood out and thought, well, he's made a mistake there. He was pretty sure-footed all day. And again, he gives us a different dimension in terms of the way he wants to get forward.
Just one final one, Neil. Of course, it's well documented. You're looking for reinforcements up front. Any update on the position there?
Well, we're hoping to get a player in on Monday for talks, and hopefully get that one over the line. So watch this space.